Nyximus Prime. We're talking about Nyx. What's good, my fellow peasants? How you all doing? Was not expecting to be talking about Nyx, but guys, I'm gonna blow your minds again. Hopefully, there will be Kingsglaive spoilers. If you ain't seen Kingsglaive, get out of it now. Save yourself. This is a tinfoil hat video. So for anyone who hasn't seen my Secret of Nyx Ulrich video, go check that out. This video is a bit of an excuse really to announce the poll results. I did a poll. What was it? Let me do that. I don't even know. Holy shit! My Nyx video got 17k views. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me have a quick look. So this was the poll result, guys. As Ifrit, I'm sold. 66% of you were sold. That based on the evidence I put in that video, that Nyx could be coming back as Ifrit. Go check that video out if you haven't. If you have, real quick summary. Nyx, it was based on him playing with fire in his hands, the position he was sat in, just like the Chapter 0 boss, who is confirmed as Ifrit. Of course, he also has a burnt arm. Nyx got a burnt arm. The horn that Nyx has on his glaive outfit that no other glaive member has looks a lot like the shape of Ifrit's horn. Then you had the fact that the Chapter 0 boss is stationed outside the citadel. You can just about make it out before it zooms out. Remember, guys, we're doing a video on Chapter 0, breaking it down big. And of course, he's guarding the citadel in the Kingsglaive movie. He even says, "Guard, I'm here guarding the citadel." Then there was Tabata saying that Nyx is going to return in some form and we will feel his presence. Plus there was the logic of summons being former Lucis guards. Remember, I came up with that all summons could be former Lucis guards who sort of proved their honour, proved their worth. But I'm going to get more on that in a minute. But I've got to say, I'm surprised by that result. 118 of you sold, that is Ifrit. 14% as something else, he'll come back as something else. 10% he won't come back physically, and 8% as a different kind of astral. And I've seen a couple of the astrals that people have suggested. We're going to come on to that in a minute, but I kind of almost want to do this poll again, because once I drop this news on you guys, this is a mind blower. This is going to open the legs of FF15 wide open. And the reason for it is simply chaos. Chaos! I mean, of course, I say of course. I don't think I've actually ever announced this. I'll do it now. For anyone who doesn't know, the Chapter 0 boss, the fiery boss, its model is defined. What it is modelled on, we pretty much know, we can pretty much guarantee. Because look at this, guys. Look at this. This is a depiction or an art drawing of FF1 Chaos. Chaos from FF1. Chaos, the boss from the original Mother game. Look at it, guys. Look down to the animal skull at the top. Look down to the Chaos, the model, the horns, everything. It is based on Chaos. And, of course, that got a lot of theories going that, Ravus could get the powers of chaos, or Arden could get the powers of chaos, and all those kind of theories came out. But weirdly enough, it got confirmed as Ifrit, and it kind of made everyone think, why would they base Ifrit on FF1 Chaos? What is the link? What is the connection? Why would they do that? That kind of doesn't make that much sense, if you see what I mean. Well, the link, guys, just so happens to be Nyx Ulrich, and this is what has got me so convinced this is Nyx. It has to be Nyx. It simply has to be Nyx Ulrich. It can't be anyone else, because if it is, the coincidence would just be too weird. It's the name, and it's not Ulrich. Ulrich has been the name that everyone's been going on. It means wolf ruler. That's why I had a couple of people who were saying about he could be another astral. They were suggesting Fenrir. They were suggesting even Cerberus. A few people, which would be kind of weird considering he fought Cerberus in Kingsglaive. And I think that's where the Ulrich bit of his name comes from, because he fights Cerberus in Kingsglaive. That's why they gave him the name Wolf Ruler. But what I overlooked was the first name. I can't believe it. I think a lot of people have actually overlooked his first name. It's the name Nyx. You go Google Nyx. Look, the only thing, go on Nyx Wikipedia, there's pretty much only one definition or meaning for the name, and it's actually a Greek deity. And I'm reading along, and I'm seeing things about Aether, brightness, Hemera, day. I'm talking about the Nyx being connected to Morus, which is doom and destiny, Ker, destruction, death, Thanatos, death, Hypnos, sleep, Oniro, dreams, dreams, death, destiny, doom, destruction, darkness, fate, friendship, deceit, strife. We have literally seen all of these words in Final Fantasy XV. That I was sitting there nodding along thinking, yeah, this all makes sense. And then it hit me like a great big wet halibut in the face. And bear in mind, here's me. My only intention is to look for any kind of connection with Chaos to prove my theory that the Chapter 0 boss could in fact be Nyx Ulrich, and Nyx could be coming back as Ifrit. This slapped me in the face. Nyx is born of chaos. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. We're done. Oh, that's crazy, guys. Like, that is a big coincidence. I mean, that is too crazy a coincidence. Surely more of you are convinced that Nyx has to be Ifrit now. I mean, I had to explain what I was looking for. I'm literally looking for some sort of explanation as to how Nyx could be connected to Chaos. And Nyx is born of Chaos. And I suppose if we look at it in FF15's light, that's exactly what Nyx would be. If what I'm saying is correct, and the Lucii, sort of when they take a person's life into servitude, which is what they did with Nyx. Remember, we never saw him die, and he agreed to give his life. If they indeed do turn the former guards of Lucis, or people who prove their honor, their loyalty, into astrals, into immortal beings who can be summoned by members of the Lucis household, of course Noctis, to fight at their side. And if that's the case, then of course this would be Nyx being reborn as Ifrit, born as Chaos, reborn as Chaos, whatever it may be. And I'm going to go into Chaos because I'm seeing a lot of connections between the Ring of the Lucii and Chaos. And of course, for anyone who doesn't know, Chaos is a theme that's been used a lot, most definitely in the Fabula Nova Crystallis mythology, which is what FF15 was originally going to be. And as Tabata has admitted openly that most of the original concepts have remained in FF15, we can strongly expect themes like Chaos, and as I've said, other themes like cycles, which I'm going to go on another video about, as well as dreams, as well as time travel, stopping time, premonitions, all that kind of stuff. I mean, every single Final Fantasy has used them. But I'll get more into that when I talk about the 10-year time lapse, because that is crazy, that is mind-boggling. But what I would say is this opens up a lot of possibilities. Put into question that if indeed Nyx is Ifrit, then it has to be the Lucii turning humans into astrals. And I've said how that connects massively with FF6, and some people might ask, well, if former Lucis guards are charged with guarding the Lucis household by Noctis' ancestors, what does that do to your theory that Gentiana is then opposing Noctis, Peasant? I've had that question. Well, for the same reason that in FF6, the Espers, they uprose against the gods of gods. The same reason. In FF6, War of the Triad, they literally turn humans into Espers, and then the Espers fought for their freedom against the gods of gods. And that would be the exact same thing that's happening here. So it's not necessarily the case that just because the Lucis ancestors might turn a former Lucis guard into an astral, that they are then beholden to follow them for all eternity, and they don't have their own free will, or they can't uprise, or they can't even be a sneaky, malevolent, sneaky snake like Arden. It's totally possible if the series has done it before. And leaving off on a final note, if Nyx could be turned, who else could be turned? They're not always going to have a burnt arm. Do they even have had to have put the ring on at some point? And then in turn, could Luna have to face the Lucii? Possibly make some pact? Some people have been theorizing that Luna could be an astral. I've just seen some of the theories. If she puts on the ring, perhaps it is possible. There's also the thing about Luna's mum. Like I said, that's very weird. She had a crown made of ice that was very much like Shiva's, and she didn't burn when the Magitech flamethrowed her. I mean, not at all. She didn't even cast a spell. She just literally didn't burn, and that needs to be answered. I really hope that gets answered, or that will piss me off for all eternity. And then we look at who else could turn. No, what other former Lucis guards have died of late and could return as an astral? Well, of course there is Clarus. He was more than honourable. He more than proved his worth to Regis and his loyalty. Could Clarus return? I kind of don't think that will happen. But perhaps it will. Perhaps Clarence did put the ring on at some point, or perhaps you don't ever have to put the ring on. Who knows? Who knows? It's all tinfoil hat. It's all up in the air. But all I'm gonna say is, Nyx is born of chaos. Nyx is born of chaos. And on that note, I'm out. I'm done. Next video is gonna be talking more about Doom Train, more about chaos. I'm gonna blow your minds even harder with a huge, or what I think is huge, Final Fantasy VIII connection. You're gonna love it. But swiggity swooty, Nyx Ulrich is coming for your booty in the form of Ifrit. You best believe. Until the next video, my pepperoni pizza pocket pie pot noodle peasants. Come on.